right. Welcome everyone. Today we're going to be doing things a lot different. Usually you guys are used to having G as your lovely host, but today he made me the host. So this episode is going to be one like we've never had before. It would be something that you actually want to tune into and stay and watch all the way to the end. So, lucky me, let me introduce myself. My name is Haiti Powell. I go by Boss Lady HP, and today I'll be interviewing.
Garrison Redd, the host of a Positive Spin the Talk Show, but today it'll be H Money Bags hosting it. So
Yes.
she will turn around and be asking me the questions, which is a switch up. Asking me the questions on my own show is crazy.
Yes, well, they need it. I know you guys been patiently waiting for this episode to happen. Usually Garrison is the one doing the interviewing, asking questions. Today he gets to be the special guest. So let's jump right into it. All right, G.
What's the word? What's the word?
It's been a pleasure working with you, knowing you, and just seeing everything that you do.
And let me start off by giving you your flowers. Thank you for everything, because without you, I wouldn't be here right now. So you already know you're the master behind everything. She's the lady with the plan. Make sure y'all tap in with her. She got a new tax book out right now that just dropped. She's giving y'all the sauce each and every time she does anything. She gives it.
Love it, love it, love it. Well, the shine is on you. So introduce yourself for those that don't know you. A lot of people know Garrison,
Okay.
but we want him to introduce himself for first-time watchers, first-time people, and viewers.
I got you. Well, y'all know my name. Let me give y'all a little background. How I got started growing up. I actually played a lot of sports. I excelled in sports. I played football, basketball, and baseball. And when I was 17 years old, I was outside on an ordinary summer night. And that's when my life kind of changed, where I got shot in my lower back, which left me paralyzed from pretty much the waist down. Just to give you an easy example of what went on. Then while I was in recovery, while I was in rehab, I was around kids that never had the opportunity to play football, never had the opportunity to walk, run, play basketball, do any of the things that I grew up doing. But me, I was miserable every day. Like, yo, I might have to use a wheelchair for the rest of my life. How I'm gonna do the things I want to do and the things I like to do. But seeing those kids happy, and that's one of the reasons why it comes full circle today with a positive spin, because seeing those kids happy each and every day, it made me look at life from a different perspective. Instead of looking at life as the glass is half empty, I saw the glass is half full. And even though I got to use this chair, I'm going to make it a chariot. It's just going to be my king chariot to all my successes.
Love
So
it.
That's
love
a little
it,
bit.
Love it. Look, that's the man. So, tell me a time or what helped you turn your lifestyle around, your mindset after you got injured.
You know something that's crazy? Like, I always had a high self-esteem. I was always self-confident. But, I suffered my injury, or I sustained my injury, because there's people out there that doesn't like the words or the wordplay. Words mean things. So when I sustained my injury, I was in the hospital, and my mom's and pops was really like supportive. But my mom's was on some whole nother type of time, and she like, yo, you got like 6 months from the time you get out the hospital to either find a job or go back to school. So like from there, it was already like, I can't just be laying down in the bed all day. I really actually have to get up and do something. So with that said, I went to school. I chose that option. And when I chose that option, I think that was the best option for me, because that was the first time not first time in my life, but that was the first time in my, as my boy M3 would say, AC after chair life, where I felt like I was the one, like I was the man, just by going on that campus. Kingsborough Community College, shout outs to y'all, shout outs to all my friends there. But that was the first time I really was like, yo, I'm going to be lit. Like, I ain't gonna even hold you. I'm like, I ain't gonna be regular. I'm just gonna be lit.
So it's funny that you mentioned Mama Love gave you two options, school or work.
Hell
If you
yeah.
had the opportunity to go to work, what kind of job would you have applied for, or
That's a good
actually
question. I don't
taken?
even know, yo. Like, my whole life was like football. That's how my pops was. Like, sports. That's it. And my mom's like books. My pop's like sports. So I honestly, like, my whole life up until that point, I was literally telling everybody I'm going to the NFL. I don't need to know. I only need my grades to be good so I could play football. That was it. So the job, I didn't know what job I was gonna work as. That's why I went to school. I'm like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Like, but I probably would have did something clerical or something. You know what? I ain't gonna lie to you. I was always good at math. So at a young age, I thought about being an accountant or going to school, even because I knew I had to go to college. Even if I was playing football, I'm going to go to college to play football.
Right.
I have to pick a major, and I always would pick something along the lines of accounting or finance.
CPA, certified pain in asses.
Yeah. But I ain't want to take that CPA. You know, it's like 6 parts to it. It's
Tell
crazy,
me
the
about
CPA.
it.
It's no joke out there. It's not for the weak.
It's not.
Word.
All right. So work-wise,
Yeah.
have you ever had a job? Have you ever worked?
Yeah, I worked. Actually, one of the things I first worked for, which I'm not happy about, but I did work for the Department of Treasury, the IRS at one point. 'Cause I got my degree in finance. So I went to school, got my degree in finance. My original major was accounting, and the accounting, taking an extra exam and all of that, I wasn't with it. So I'm like, I could just get a degree in finance, get my Series 7 or Series 63, and then from there, I could learn how to invest and do my own thing. That was my plan. So when I got out of school, I had to get a job. Like, I had to do something. Like, now I just spent 3 years doing something, waking up with a routine, and I had to keep that routine going. So first job I worked was Jackson Hewitt. I used to do people taxes. And then from there, the IRS called me. I'm like, it's a steady job with a pension and all of those good benefits. But I didn't think that was gonna be my life. Once I got up in there, I'm like, I don't care about these benefits or nothing. I want to live.
Right. So I love that you said that you want to live.
Yeah.
What is your point of view of living?
To me, I think my point of view of living is waking up happy every day
Love
and
it.
fulfilled. Like, I don't think you need that much to live your life, but you do need certain type of mentality, and you need to be in a certain emotional space to live to your fullest. So I think just living life, righteously, but most of all happy, and being grateful. So I go through life being grateful, which makes me happy, which makes me like, what is it? Altruism, where you help someone else, and by helping someone else, you help yourself. So
That's amazing. That's amazing.
Word.
Yeah. I witnessed and I've been watching you
Yeah.
help everyone, pouring into everyone.
I mean, Kanye, before he bugged out, said some really, really, like, a really thing that touched me. Let me tell you what he said. Kanye said, yo, I'd rather have 1 million friends than $1 million, because if I have 1 million friends, I could go any place in the world, stay with my friends. They will clothe me, feed me, and take care of me without me spending $1. So what you need $1 million for if you got 1 million friends?
That's amazing. That's amazing.
Word.
Well, I'm glad I could be one out of those.
You're one of
million
the.
friends.
You're up here. You're up here with it. You're up here.
So tell me someone or something that inspires you to have your entrepreneurship journey that you have.
What inspires me? You know what really inspires me? Like, when I see people that can't move nothing and they're like, yo, I'm going to work. Like, I got a friend, Alex Elagudin. He's a lawyer, and like, he probably has, a lot of limitations, and it probably takes a lot for him to get out the bed in the morning, because he has like limited ability of his upper extremity. He can move a little, but not enough, like not nothing crazy like me. But he's a lawyer and gets up every day and go to work. And just hearing stories like that, like my man Tyler in Colorado, he drives and he can't move his arms like that. And
Wow.
he's whipping me around. We going
No
to bars
excuses.
and all of that. So
No
I'm like,
excuses.
shout outs to my boy Tyler. But those are like people that I seen like along the journey. And I'm like, oh, nah, if you could do all of this, then what's stopping me? Or like, I met people, no lie, with like stage 4 cancer, and they was smiling. Like, and when you put that into perspective, like, how are you smiling and you going through all of this pain, all of these issues, but they smiling, they happy. And I'm like, happiness is really something we can control. I know, like, the environment sometimes messes things up, throws off our energy, but I think we can control it, and it starts by your surroundings. Surround yourself with good people.
Love it, love it, love
Yeah.
it. So what would you say is your people that you like to surround yourself around? And what are some things that make you happy?
Yeah, like, well, I like surrounding myself with people like you, of course, H Money Bass, because you super fun, you super friendly, you got jokes and stuff, and you always have good energy.
Yes.
So, like, for me to be around people, like any of my friends, they always got to come with good energy. Like, you're not going to come with negativity around me. We all got something going on in our lives, no matter what we look like, our parents or whatever, but we all got something going on. But if you got good energy, then I'm going to receive it as good energy, and we just going to have a positive day. Like, we just going to do things that's positive, It don't
Love
take
it.
much. It just takes a person's energy initially. Like, you don't have to look a certain way. You don't have to be a certain way. Like, it's crazy because people would be like, yo, you could talk anywhere from, like, a director of rehab to the janitor, like, and it's all about their energy, what they come with, and that gives off. So if you got a good personality, G hanging with you. It don't
Love
matter.
it. Love it. Your community. Let's talk
Yes.
about your community. You have multiple communities.
Multiple.
Multiple. Tell the audience some of your communities that you're a part of and give them some background about it.
So look, I'm a part of like the disabled community just by me having a disability, and then even more specific, people with spinal cord injury specifically, like any type of paralysis. I'm part of their community. And how I got started with that, honestly, was like through social media. Like when I got hurt, there was no real Instagram. I think MySpace was the only thing that was really out. And with that said, like, I didn't see nobody that looked like me. And the people that I used to see was either like homeless or bums, or they'll have some miserable old guy come visit me. Like, you're not going to do this, you're not going to do that. So with that said, I was like, yo, if I'm going to be someone that's disabled, I'm not going to view myself as a person that's limited, that's disabled. That's how people sometimes view themselves. I'm going to view myself like anybody else. I just can't run as fast as you, but I could push and keep up with just the best of them or faster. So,
never lie.
I always wanted to, my goal in life is to win a Nobel Peace Prize. So I felt like, if I could help people that's young, adolescents, that was my goal in the beginning, that's going through a tough time. If I could help them out of it, then I did my job, my due diligence. So that was my thing with the disabled community. Then I'm part of like the fitness community, calisthenics, and then powerlifting. So they definitely separate. But with calisthenics, I think that's kind of like how I started working out, I didn't have the bread to pay $100 for a gym membership, but I was able to go down the block to any park, do pull-ups, chin-ups, and dips. And with that, I started meeting other people that's in the park, no disability, but just wanted to help me. Like, whatever you need help, because you inspiring me by being here, because I didn't want to come here today. So how did you want to come here today? And then, so through that, like, I started building in the calisthenic world. And then powerlifting came along. Luckily, I always stayed ready, so I didn't have to get ready. I knew I was going to be an athlete again at some point in life.
There you go.
I didn't know what sport I would be competing in or participating in, because I didn't want to do basketball or baseball or anything like that, or any of those type of team sports. I'm like, because growing up I played football and basketball, and that was straight team, and somebody took that away from me. So I'm like, I'd rather be in control. I don't got a lot of time. I'd rather be in control on anything that I'm doing, and I don't want to have to argue with teammates. So let's give me an individual sport. I got into powerlifting. I started wheelchair racing, and then my coach was like, yo, you mad strong, how much you weigh? And I'm telling the coach, like, one thing people don't understand is, like, there's not a lot of skills in this country for wheelchair users. So, with that said, even if I go to a medical facility, I don't know my weight, but come to find out, at that time, I weighed like 123 pounds, and I was able to lift 250 pounds, and Team USA came calling. And so I've been competing in powerlifting since like 2017, 2018. But I'm going to Korea in 2 weeks for climbing. So
there you go.
I'm part of a climbing community, too. So I'm on Team
know.
USA as well for climbing and powerlifting. I'm going to Egypt for powerlifting in October. But yeah, I just became part of the community by just going every day, showing up, A lot of times you could be a part of the community, but the community don't think you're a part of it because you're not showing up to the events, you're not at the functions and things of that nature. So, like, what are you really a part of? So, with that, I was showing up to calisthenic tournament,
Yes.
showing up to powerlifting meets, and these are with people like I said, not necessarily having a disability. So, me just showing up and showing out is crazy. Like, you don't see too
You
much people
motivate the
120,
people around you.
yeah, lifting 250 pounds. Now I'm lifting like 340 pounds.
You hear that?
but-
340.
yeah, it's getting crazy out here.
No excuses.
Yeah, no excuses. But but I show up to each community to answer your questions. So, and then maybe I'm a part of fashion and all of that. So, like wherever y'all want to catch me at, I got a niche.
where to find
yeah,
me.
yeah, that's a fact.
So what would you say keeps you motivated and consistent with showing up?
Because I feel like I'm trailing. I always feel like
Okay.
I'm losing. Like I'm feeling like I'm behind. As we get older, there's certain goals that we want to accomplish,
Correct.
and I do know that we have to look back and reflect and be grateful for what we have, but I feel like there's so much to do. And it's so little time, but it's a lot of time. I think we don't use our time always productively. Like I spent a lot of time playing video games in my younger years, like for no reason, playing 2K for 3-4 hours and stuff like that. I ain't going cap. That's shit I used to do. So like those 3-4 hours is a big chunk of your life. You know how much stuff you get done? You could do a whole website in an hour.
Correct.
And that's a business. You can form a business in 15 minutes. Yet I want to
Especially
play
with AI now.
and I want to play Call of Duty for 3 hours. So it was like I had to get my priorities right. And once I got I'm just like, now it's just chasing. Like I'm going to keep going, seeing how far it could go, and how many lives we could touch. Because you here too.
Yes.
Haiti, you here too. You touching lives too. You behind the scenes doing all of this
All this
hard
stuff,
work.
they don't even know
yeah,
it, right?
So that's why I got to shout you out, give you your flowers, and you know how I am. I show love. I got to show love to everyone.
So you said something. You felt like you was wasting time. What was a few other things that you did as a kid that you kind of, I don't want to say regret, but wish that it wasn't a priority?
Oh, word. I could go down a whole list of things as a kid that wasn't a priority. But I think everything was an experience. So like, doing stupid shit like going on a train selling candy for like
That's
2
not
hours.
stupid.
I mean, we get money.
G, you was hustling from young.
Yeah, I had to get to it. Like I'm fortunate. I have both parents in my
Right.
life, but it's just the thing. Like when you popular, it's easy for people to talk to you. And then I
Yes.
see my other friends doing it. I'm like, if they could do it, I could do it. And so that's what I used to do. Like hang out, like take the train to the Bronx, take a whole box of candy, come back to Brooklyn. What other silly things we used to do? I mean, we did a whole lot of silly things like, throw water balloons, throw eggs at cabs and stuff like that. Cab driver hop out, you run on them, things like that. But those I just think childhood experiences
Right.
growing up in New York. That's why I always tell people it's different growing up in New York and versus some parts of the world. Like my mans and I was talking the other day. I'm like, yo, bro, we really used to grab on the back of buses and hold on and all of that. We never thought about subway surfing, and
No.
we don't condone none of this. I'm not preaching none of this. I don't want nobody to practice none of these things.
At all.
But that was like the thing for us.
Correct.
Grabbing, that was the daredevil thing, like grabbing on the back of the bus and just
We're
doing
New York
that.
City kids, of course.
I mean, we all played basketball in hours thinking we was going to the NBA until we heard that I think BET had a commercial that said like you got a better chance of getting hit by lightning
Oh
than
my
being
God.
in the NBA. Like crushed all our dreams. That was like 2001, 2002. So, but yeah, that's double Dutch era for the ladies in New York and stuff.
Right. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna touch on that. NBA. You would have got drafted. What would have been the team you would have loved to play for?
Oh, I would have loved to play football for the New York Jets. That was like
There you go,
my
New York
thing.
Jets.
The Jets. And I'm still tapped in with the Jets. Call me. Let me know when y'all want to get in the gym. I could come pull up to
And train
Florham
'em.
Park or whatever. Yeah. We do a motivational training session.
Love it.
I gotta holler at Sauce. I gotta holler at my son Sauce Gardner.
Well, hopefully you're watching this episode. G is waiting for you to
Waiting
come
for you.
train
Come.
the Jets.
And then you could come on a positive spin after.
There you go. So out of all the sports that you do, which one is your favorite?
Right now or back then?
No, right now.
Yo, honestly, powerlifting is my favorite. But I ain't gonna lie, I've been climbing more, and I think that climbing is slowly starting to take precedent over powerlifting. Cause I no lie, if I wasn't busy like today. I was dead thinking like I'm gonna climb every day this week, like until the 18th, until I leave for Korea to compete. But I was planning on climbing every day,
Right.
up until then. Like I climbed last night. I climbed the day before.
I gotta come climbing with you.
Yeah, come climbing
I-
whenever you want.
Climbing. All right.
It's right there in Harlem, Movement Gym. We got
Let's
one
go.
in Harlem,
We
a
go.
Bolden Rim.
I'ma
We
start
got one in
climbing.
Brooklyn.
G
Yeah.
got me doing bikes. What else we did? We did a few
We got the
outdoor
fitness
activities.
challenge. We're gonna start the fitness challenge
Correct.
soon. I want everybody to tap in and tune in to the fitness challenge. Every day we might do a different workout, different
Yes.
exercise, but we want everybody to stay moving and stay active.
Absolutely, and all fitness is actually gonna be inclusive.
Yep,
For
all-
wheelchair users and non-chair users. Do it with your family, your
Yeah,
friends.
you're missing a
It's no
leg,
excuses.
can't see, can't hear. Come on out. We want you with us.
Correct. All right, so another question is, as an athlete and an entrepreneur, what daily habits or routines you keep grounded and focused?
Well, I try to at least spend 2 hours on each every day. So as an athlete, I do want to either go to the gym or do some type of training for at least 2 hours. And as a entrepreneur, I have to work on my businesses for at least 2 hours. So I got Red Denim, the clothing line.
Yes.
You know, we on a positive spin. I got the Garrison Redd Project, which is the nonprofit. And, and then I have a huge social media following now. I'm branding myself. So through everything, I just try to work on, stay consistent, prioritize things, but more or less try to work on each business for a couple of minutes to an hour a day. That's my ideal goal each and every day.
Yeah, G, stay booked and busy.
Yeah, I
love it.
stay booked, stay busy, stay working. And I think, that's important for people to see and people to notice.
Absolutely.
Like, there's 24 hours in a day. Go get it. Go make something
Absolutely.
happen.
Absolutely. So for those that don't know, give them more information about the Garrison Redd Project.
Okay, so the Garrison Redd Project, I started originally in 2017, and it was to help individuals with disabilities, especially the newly injured, get back into the community. So community integration programs I started, such as adaptive workouts, where we do at the Access Project. You came
Yes.
through to one of those. Then also we have a few. Then also we have the Garrison Redd Project. Hold on, that threw me off.
Yeah, the Garrison Redd Project, and then
Hold on. So yeah, with the Garrison Redd Project, I started it for community integration for individuals that were newly disabled. With that, it would be a great attendance of like kids, a lot of times, and we'll come out through strength and conditioning workouts at a gym. Lately, we've been using the Access Project, so we'll continue that, going forward, that collaboration. But yeah, individuals get an opportunity to be personal trained by a world-class athlete right there with you. If you live
trying to
in
get
New
my
York,
muscles up.
if you live in New York City, it's free of charge for the participants. And it's a great opportunity to build either socially, network, but also you get a good workout and you feel good about yourself. Other programs that I did was like, I have a gun violence support group where, it's anywhere from 10 to 15 individuals per month that comes out and meet. We either meet virtually, but most of the time we meet in person up here in Harlem, and we just discuss life matters. I think that's really important because, like, a lot of times people are going through, like, mental health issues along with having their disability, and they don't really know who to talk to. And a lot of times with a spinal cord injury, we all been through the phase that person is going through. We all have some type of experience on what issue that person has. So the best way to learn is from each other.
Correct.
So that's why I started the gun violence support group, so individuals could interact with one another right in person. And I think it's grown tremendously. Some of the guests that actually been on a positive spin are members of the gun violence support group. But other than that, I do weekly trips. So, like, we have a swimming program. BossLady HP was there.
He be swimming, y'all. He
Yeah.
be swimming, and it's amazing. It's amazing. I got to witness. I got to swim with him, and I'm like,
Yeah.
no excuses.
No excuses. So we do that in the winter at Asphalt Green. So the Garrison Redd Project has so many opportunities for people to get outside. It's all about just reaching out to me and just saying you want to do something, and it's that simple.
That's
We
it.
go adaptive hiking. Let me just give y'all a rundown of some of the other stuff we do. Adaptive hiking, sailing, water skiing, skydiving. In the winter, we do weekend trip to Vermont, to Pico Mountain, to learn how to ski. And for individuals that are a proficient skier, you get a day full of skiing.
Yeah, we're gonna start
Yeah.
putting that together.
Yeah, I'm working on that right
'Cause it's
now.
gonna
So
be
we're going to put it
adapted. We're gonna
together.
have a family of all.
Yup.
This probably be the biggest ski trip y'all
Biggest
ever
ski
see.
and that's what we want it to be. We want the ski trip to grow. We want people to bring out their families and stuff and learn from one another and interact because there's so
Yes.
many incredible people in this world. It doesn't matter what you look like. Usually, like on a ski trip, we have doctors, people from all walks of life just coming together, enjoying it. We have a dinner at the end with the karaoke thing and all of that.
So much fun.
It's going to be a lot of fun, and I want to see y'all there. Y'all listening,
Yes.
just tap in with me. And yeah, we're going to continue to raise money as well so that way we can offer these programs for free. That's the main
Correct.
thing, offering these programs for free. And so we need the support of the community always.
Always correct.
Yeah.
So that hat, I'm
now we
loving
go-
it.
oh, you hitting it.
I'm loving the hat. Let's
You
talk
know,
about Reds.
Red's Denim, Red's Denim. I always had a love for fashion. And I'm one of those people that's a doer. Like, if I'm going to talk about it and think it and love it, I might as well, start it or have some involvement with it. And what I noticed was as a model, it started as a model, me working with Tommy Hilfiger, and I was like, their adaptive clothing is cool, but I'm like, I could universally design clothing that everybody could enjoy, everybody could wear, not just people that's disabled. I want able-bodied people wearing my clothes. So what I did was I created jeans with distinct functionality that people typically wouldn't know that has functionality for individuals living with disabilities, such as like the zippers, the Velcro, the buttons. Instead of having buttons, I put Velcro there. Instead of having a zipper, we put magnetized buttons, things
Love
of
it.
that nature that makes the jean unique, but also make it accessible for everyone. So whether you have a disability or not, you can enjoy clothing. And that's one of the things that helped me tremendously was getting back into my fashion, getting back into my drip and my style. And I think that's going to help a lot of other people as well. So Red's Denim, go shop Red's Denim. It's designed with everybody in mind.
Perfect. What's one barrier or misconception about people with disabilities you're determined to break?
One barrier that I'm determined to break is that can't word, that impossible. I'm trying to end that stigmatism where people feel as if they are inferior. Just because you're disabled, that doesn't mean you have any less ability than anyone else. And I always give people an example of some people could walk up the stairs, but I could sit on my butt and go up the stairs too. But we still could get up the stairs. There's a million ways to do the same thing. You just got to figure out what works best for you. So yeah, that's one of the things. Like, I want to end those stereotypes. Like, you could be disabled, you could use a wheelchair, use a walker, be missing a leg. You could still be fly. You could still be strong. You could run fast. You could, you're smart. You could still be beautiful. Runways, whatever you want to do, you still could do. There's nothing stopping you except
Correct.
whatever you tell yourself in your mind.
Right. Okay, looking ahead, what's the legacy you want to leave for the next generation?
The legacy I want to leave is, well, first I want to get a Nobel Peace Prize.
Yes.
Yeah, once I get that Nobel Peace Prize, I think that's the legacy in itself, the businesses and everything. But I think that's something that will be etched in stone, that I helped so many people
Yes.
that it would never be forgotten. And that's the reward that you would get for it. Yeah, that's the legacy. Like, I just want to go down as someone that was a good person, had positive energy each
Legit.
and every day, and wanted to see the world be a better place. I feel like, it's too much negativity, especially in the neighborhoods we grow up in, like the hoods and stuff, where you can make it out. You don't have to shoot a basketball or rap and everything. There's so many incredible things you could do.
Love it. Well, we're getting to the part where
All
I
right.
get to ask the rapid style questions. So this shall be fun. My first one for you is, if you had a superpower for one day, what would it be?
If I had a superpower for one day, what would it be? I'd be able to know what people are thinking.
Ooh,
That's
he has to
creepy.
Yo, that is. And that's effed up. It's like one of the movies that they had where she was hearing everybody's voice.
Yeah, I want to know what y'all thinking about me. Y'all probably be talking crazy and all of that. I want to know.
Everyone loves you. We don't be
I
thinking
want to
crazy
know what they
about
be
you.
thinking,
That is so cool. All right. What's your guilty pleasure TV show or movie?
Oh, I ain't gonna lie. Those those like Lifetime shows, those killings and stuff, like girl killed in a closet or homeboy trapped in the basement for 10 years and stuff like that. Those shits be mad crazy. I could binge watch that.
There you go. One word that instantly motivates you.
Ambition.
There you go,
Yeah,
Mr. Ambition. What's the first thing you do when you wake up?
Brush, pray. Oh, damn. First thing, wake up. I open my eyes.
Grab your phone.
I say thank God. I be like, God, I'm up. Like,
Love
I really
it.
thank
That's
God. Like, that's the
amazing.
first thing. It's crazy. Now that I think about it, I be like, yo, I'm up, God. I
That's amazing.
find my phone. I don't really touch my phone first. I look for it, though.
You say I gotta look for it. So
Yeah.
that's the second thing he does. I
Make
love
sure
it.
it's not behind the bed.
If you could have dinner with any 3 people, dead or alive, who are they?
Oh, that's a nice question. Jay-Z is one. Dead or alive. Malcolm X would be 2.
Love that.
And Muhammad Ali, because I want to tell Muhammad Ali I could talk way faster and more shit than he could ever talk. But those
Love
3
it.
people right there. And Michael Jordan, I could get a 4th person.
There you go.
All
There
right,
you
good
go.
looking, good
you
looking.
got an amazing table. He got Jay-Z. He got Michael Jordan. You said
Malcolm X.
Malcolm
Don't forget
X.
Malcolm X.
And you said who else? Muhammad Ali.
Yeah, those are my people.
And me. I'm gonna be at that table. Because
Yeah, come through.
Listen up.
And
We
Haiti
lit.
alive,
We
so
at that.
5. Yep.
All right. Biggest pet peeve that makes you shake your head. Something you see, you just like, ew, the icks.
There's a lot of things. I don't like beat up uptowns. That's something I hate. Like, yeah, I don't know why. Like,
Dirty shoes.
yeah. Like, it depends. Like, Golden Goose 30 is cool. You know, if you got some high end Nikes and shit, that's cool. But like, somebody just don't take care, especially on a girl. On a guy, it's like, all right. But on a girl, it's like,
Can't talk to you, shorty. Your kicks is messed up.
It's crazy.
All right. What's the song that never fails you to put you in a good mood?
Gotta
throw a
for the
song on.
team, Chef G, Fresh G, and I think Bankroll Boona or something like that on it. Once I hear that, it's a drill song. It's like a real drill song. And once I hear that, I get lit. Like, I got to do it for the team.
Love it.
Shout out to the G Stars, East New York. That was the team back in the day.
Love it. If your life was a book, what would the title be?
Amazing.
There you go. Look at
I know that. I'm
That's
so
fire.
vain. Yeah,
you
amazing.
You should name it Amazing.
Yeah,
That's
I am.
fire.
Like, yo, amazing. What's good?
What's good? What's your name? Amazing.
Yeah, that's crazy.
All right. What's one thing on your bucket list that you haven't done yet?
One thing on my bucket list that I haven't done yet, I never made it to Ibiza. I need to go to Ibiza, and I want to jump off a yacht in Ibiza. Because, you know, I could swim, so I could go.
He wants to jump off the yacht in Ibiza.
Yeah,
so that
in
means we
Ibiza.
got to book
In
a
the
flight to
Mediterranean
Spain.
Sea. I want to be in the Mediterranean Sea living.
All right, perfect. What's your go-to phrase or motto you live by?
Oh, my go-to phrase or motto, hard work beats talent if talent doesn't work hard.
That's fire. Say that one more time if they didn't hear you.
Hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard.
Love it, love it.
So, you know, and when I heard that, I was like, yo, so if I could be talented and work hard, unstoppable, Kobe, Black Mamba mentality.
There you go. Well, as you guys know, this is a positive spin talk show. Again, G, appreciate you for allowing me to interview
Thank you, Haiti. Yo, you be holding everything down. I gotta get you talking about your book and everything and all of that. So whenever you ready, just let me know. We're gonna make that an episode in itself because she's so positive. This girl, I don't know what the caffeine do to you, but you be on it. You be on it and happy. Like that's all I ever know you for is being happy. So
and hungry.
And hungry, mad hungry. But yeah, thank you for interviewing me. I think you asked some real good questions. You know, you a natural, of course, but
I'm actually not. Like, fun fact, I am camera shy, and I said, you know what, I hide.
You did a great job.
And I said, you know what, G always. Yeah. It's like he motivates me all the time.
And then you
do things that you're not comfortable to get comfortable. I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna do it. Put me on the spotlight. And
you did a good job. I think the audience now really know like who I am. They got to go a little in depth. And then y'all gonna tune in for the fitness challenge.
Absolutely.
Yo, my boy Flick Effect, come through, bro. You behind the scenes, come through.
Listen up. This is a special episode.
Yeah.
Also, what I do want you guys to do
we trying to keep you here and all of that, bro.
Please drop some questions or topics that you would love us to discuss going forward
Yep.
on the next show, we can actually host where G is
And we
spitting
can do even
game,
bigger.
dropping
We can do
gems.
it with me and you
Yep.
and another guest or whatever.
Whatever
So,
you guys want. And if you're interested in coming on the show,
Yeah.
please reach out to us because we would love to have all guests.
All
Again,
guests.
it's about positivity, creativity, perseverance,
Yes.
and passion.
And we could work around your schedule too a little bit. So don't feel ashamed. Like if you don't know the time schedule or don't work for you, let us know.
We're here. Well, thank you for tuning in to Positive Spin Talk Show.
And make sure you follow, share, subscribe,
like,
subscribe.
subscribe, and share it with a family and friends, and just tune in.